Hey, everybody, it's Miss Martin. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, I wanted to start off today talking about signposts. Okay, so the point of this video is to introduce you to the very first signpost and to just tell you what signposts are so that when you read chapter one of The Outsiders today, you can look for a signpost. Okay, so signposts out in the world are just like you see here: stop signs, caution signs, signs that tell you that a house is for sale. Okay, so why would we need signs in life? They tell us either what's ahead or what we should do. Sometimes they even slow us down. Okay, so in reading, a signpost is something that I want you to watch for as a reader. Okay, why would I want you to do that? Well, they might tell you more about the characters. They might help you see and understand the conflict better. They can point you to some of the big life lessons that are in the story. And of course, we call a big life lesson in a story a theme. Okay. So if you don't know what to look for when you're reading, you might just read right past them. So that's why I'm going to teach you what to look for as a reader. Okay, so they help you slow down, okay, as a reader, a signpost. If you don't know to look for them, then you might just breeze right past them, not even notice that they were there. All right, I do want to explain one thing. Signposts are not something that, like, if you want to be a writer, you go to school and they tell you, oh, you should put signposts in your writings. That's not really what it is. It's just that things that happen in life in general are also things that happen in books. Okay. So the signposts are just some things that happen in life. And then they also happen in books. But when they happen in books, it really helps us slow down and catch the deeper meaning and more about our characters. All right, now there's actually 6 signposts. We're going to learn them all. We're going to learn to recognize them all, and they're going to really help us in reading, both fiction and nonfiction, to notice the big ideas that our author is trying to get across. Okay. But for today, we're just going to look at one signpost because that one signpost is also going to show up in chapter 1 of The Outsiders today. Okay. Have you ever had to ask yourself hard questions? Well, of course you have. There's times in your life when you have to make a hard decision, or when you wonder what's going to happen next, or you even doubt yourself. Okay. Maybe your family had to make a hard decision about should you go to remote learning or should you do in person learning? There's one tough question that your family may have talked about even leading up to school. Okay. So those tough questions actually happen in life. And so they're also going to happen in books. Okay. So here's a situation to think about. Let's pretend that you're trying out for the school play. You've rehearsed a speech that you want to give for the play, and you've read about the play that you're trying out for. So you're prepared. But then right before you try out, there's some questions that run through your head. Okay. I want y'all to pause the video right now and talk as a class. What questions might be running through your head if you're in this situation? So take a pause and see if y'all can shout out some of those questions. Okay. So maybe you think to yourself, should I even try out? Maybe your tough question is, did I actually prepare enough? Did I rehearse enough? Maybe your tough question is, are people going to make fun of me? Am I going to mess up? Am I going to make the play? Okay. Those are all just normal, tough questions that might arise in a situation like this. Okay. So a tough question is a question that is not easily answered. There's not always a yes or no answer to a tough question. Okay, and that's the name of our first signpost is tough questions. We want to notice when characters in books ask themselves tough questions. All right, so let me move this down here so that you can see better. All right, so here's the deal. When you're reading along and you notice that the character asks himself or herself a really difficult question, here's what you want to do. You want to stop and you want to think, what does this question make me wonder about? Okay. Because the answer to that might reveal more about the character's internal conflict. It might reveal more about the theme And it even might help you make predictions about what your character is going to do or what your character thinks. Now, a tough question is not necessarily a question you as a reader have about what's going to happen. That is a good skill. That's a great reading skill to stop and ask yourself, what do I think as a reader is going to happen here? But that's not actually what you're looking for today. So in chapter 1, you are looking for a time when our narrator, Ponyboy, asks himself a really tough question that he can't answer very easily.